Hey, good morning. Welcome to the first edition back of Jesse Green Live since November. I've had a couple shows in there, but they were repeats. But this is my first official show back, so get ready for a run. We got a whole summer full of podcasts planned for you. My first guest coming back is a friend of mine. I've known him for several years now, more than I'd like to remember, but several years now. A fellow actor of mine. We've been in several things together. Big wrestling fan. Everybody welcome Jeff Kotowicz.
My pleasure. So happy to be here. Thank you very much. It's my honor to be a part of your podcast.
Remember, I paid you to keep going.
Okay.
I paid you to keep going.
All right. So yeah, honor. So what else do I say to kiss your ass? You're great.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Do the bow
Oh
down,
hell,
do the
Jesse!
bow down,
Oh
down.
hell, Jesse!
Okay.
And
Okay. You earned your money now. So Jeff, you've been in a couple movies here lately. I'm trying to think what has come out. What movies have come out of yours so far?
Well, the first movie that I met you, my first day, was Zero.
Oh, Zero.
Directed by Wesley Spangler. A lot of great people. Met a lot of great people in that.
And that's had a buku amount of views on YouTube.
I think last I saw 145,000.
145,000.
Yeah.
That's close to 1,450,000. It's getting there.
It's a tenth of the way
It's
there.
only just add a zero. Just add a zero. That's all you got to do. Yeah, that's a lot of views for that.
And did another one with him, Attack of the Toilet Bowl Baby Zombie, and then
I wasn't in that.
No, and then there was another one he did, 15-minute short called Renewal. We just finished that. He posted that, and that was really well. And then we're getting ready to do another one. You and I are going to be part of later this month with Wesley. Then we were together in Ada Key. He did a phenomenal job. Of course, well-earned Best Actor. And that movie won so many awards, well-earned. Three? Okay, three. Okay. And so many awards for that movie, and it was just great to be a part of it.
And that's close to, well, that's coming out on DVD and Blu-ray sometime.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then we're also in the current film that we're working on, Sibylla 6, where that's my first leading role with Shannon Atkins. She's leading woman on that and director, and the cast is phenomenal with that. Just get to be surrounded by so much talent. And we're shooting for an October premiere. Probably going to be in Waynesboro Theater.
Cool.
And a couple other things. A few weeks ago, got to be in Baltimore Bomb, which is still filming. And last week, I was on the set of working with, oh darn, I forgot his name. First time I got to work with him.
Kevin Spacey.
No, oh yeah, right, okay. He did the World War II Phoenix.
Darren Archer.
Yeah, Darren Archer. Great director to work with. Just meeting so many directors and great actors and actresses and producers.
Cool. Okay, Jeff, well, thanks for stopping by. That was a great podcast there. Thanks. We'll have you on again sometime. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
Only kidding.
Gotta love this guy.
So how'd you get into acting?
I actually started when I was in 4th grade. They were looking for someone to play Abraham Lincoln, and no one wanted to do it because we had to memorize this entire that 4-score speech, and no one else wanted to do it, so I did it.
Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, the Gettysburg Address, yes. And I only messed up on one line, and I think that's pretty good for a 4th grader.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And then me and my friends would just act out scenes for movies and TV shows growing up.
Yeah.
And
so if you started
Yeah.
acting when you were 4 years old, how old
Fourth
are
grade.
you now? Fourth grade?
Fourth grade.
How old are you now?
58.
58.
Yeah.
How come you're not any better than what you are? If you got
Well-
almost 50, if you got almost 50 years of experience in there, how come you're not better than what you are?
Well, like I
But-
said, a lot of our friends just did stuff when we were in school, but I didn't know how to get into acting.
Yeah.
And they had the Fourth State Comic Con here in Hagerstown 3 years ago. And I went up there, and that's where I met, and I knew no one up there, nobody. Met Matt Byrne and Matt Burns and Mark Byrne. And they were holding a panel, and afterwards I just went up there and started talking to them. And they said they're shooting a zombie movie. It's like, would I like to be an extra? And in my head, I'm screaming, yes. Like, I'm going crazy. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And things just went from there. And of course, first day, that's when I met you and some others.
Yeah.
And it just kind of went from there. So, because when I was talking to Mark, I said, any training or acting schools or anything? They said, he said, that's fine. So just looking for extras and go from there. And just got to work with some great people, and I'm learning from people. Been reading some books.
Well, I've started the Jesse L. Green School of Acting. It's
Really?
you might want to participate.
Okay.
In that. It's only $10,000.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
$10,000
You hear that? It's a good deal.
$10,000 per semester. So
Let me guess, it's going to be a trimester, right?
Oh no, it's
No,
it's 4 years. It's
4 years.
4 years. So it's 8 semesters. So 8 times 160,000.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you will get every extra job that's out there. I guarantee you. Guarantee you.
Putting the money where the mouth is.
That's it.
That's the man right
it's,
there.
If you want training, it's going to cost you. It's going to. Remember, I'm with Anna Key. I'm 4-time award-winning,
Yeah.
national and international. So you got to pay for what.
Right,
You got to
yeah.
pay for what you get. So, Russell Sage Patrick.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he joined. He's in his 2nd semester now.
Well, I guess that's why it
he's a,
explains how he won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, he's a freshman right now, and he's won.
And well deserved.
And if you ever talk to him, if you ever hear an interview with him, he'll say, if it wasn't for JLG Acting Academy, is what
Oh,
it's called,
okay, there we go.
I would have never been able to do what I did in Anna Key and win that award.
Yeah.
So,
Many accolades coming your way.
yeah. So,
And I've worked
Yeah.
there with him a time or two. No,
Yeah,
he's great. Yeah,
he's okay.
Yeah,
He's okay.
He does
You
well
know?
for himself. Yeah, he's another great actor to get to work with.
If you need a cop or a Santa
Yeah.
Claus,
He's
that's
the man.
That's the guy right there. That's the guy. Don't call anybody else. And
Yeah, working
now he's
with
got a
him.
little elf that runs around with him.
That's right, I met her. Yeah.
Little elf. So
Don't talk
now you get
about my health.
now
Yeah,
you
she's
get
a sweetheart.
now you get double the whammy when you hire Santa Claus. You get a little elf running around.
A mini me. But yeah, he's always great to work with and whatever.
Just don't let her grow a beard.
Oh, yeah.
That would kill the whole thing. She can't grow her beard out.
Yeah, and then getting to work with him in several projects, including Sabella. I mean, just not him, but learned so much from him, and getting to work with you and John Bowling and Amanda Megan and Matt Burns, and there's so many incredible people in this
You
film.
gotta watch when you start
Yeah.
naming names, because that one name you forget, they're gonna go.
I know.
You didn't say my goddamn
I know.
name. How come? You mentioned
There's so
everybody
many.
else in the movie, but you didn't mention my name. So
Yeah. So Todd Bobenreith, I hope I'm saying his name right. Shonda Rawlings.
and it keeps.
She's tremendous.
And it keeps going. It keeps going.
I'm just being respectful to all
Well,
my other
just
actors.
let me know when you're done naming names.
And of course you, Jesse Green.
4-time award-winning actor. You got to mention
Okay.
that at the end.
And
of every-
4-time award winning actor Jesse Green.
Yep. And proprietor of the J.L. Green Acting Academy.
Yes, at $10,000 a semester.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I will take it in monthly payments.
Okay, all right.
I will take it in monthly.
But will you take a check?
No.
No checks. Cash only.
or platinum credit cards. That's
Okay.
it. Nothing less than that. So yeah, well, it sounds like you've been busy. Anything else on the horizon?
Yeah, I've got one that I can't mention. I actually just signed an NDA just last week. That Shannon is also involved in.
Didn't.
But
why don't they just move the production of that movie to Maryland? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyhow, I'm in that. I happen to be in that too. That's how I knew when you said you just signed an NDA that I knew what.
But I'm looking forward to that.
When you were talking about.
I really can't say anything about my role, but I'm looking forward to that. And also, my first bigger role where I had significant amount of lines was Dave Kerr's Slasher Nurse, which we had to premiere about a month and a half ago or so. I got to play the head psychiatrist, and it was a really good scene, and went really well. And I got to work with Jerome Creation and I'm just getting so bad. Rick Germain and I forgot that. He's Dave's buddy, like producer. Michael McGlynn. Yeah, I know so many names. Just so many names.
Just keep going. Just keep naming.
And the scene was
this whole
fantastic.
podcast would just be naming names.
I mean, just so many people have been so influential and supportive, and anybody who wants to get into acting, it's really easy. There's so many. Just start off as an extra, and you get to really meet some incredible people, and it's so much fun. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and yeah, there's you hit bumps in the roads. Sometimes got to deal with weather or location issues or illnesses or family or life happens, and the resiliency of all these incredible people are amazing, and it's just so great to be a part of this industry.
It is fun to work in this industry. So, how long you been a wrestling fan?
Probably my early days of high school. My best friend was really into wrestling, and we started watching back in the days of the WWF Superstars on Saturday morning.
Yep.
And then that's just when I just started watching it, and then after went in the Army, then came back and actually started going to some local wrestling shows, and then went to see WWF and WCW shows that they were in the area.
So who's your favorite all-time wrestling manager?
Oh, no question. It's not Captain Decapitate.
Right answer. Right answer. If you didn't come up with that, this podcast is over. We're done. We're over. I appreciate you showing up at all the events that you can. I know sometimes work gets in the way and things like that, but it's fun having you out there in the crowd with the shirt on.
Yeah. What's that?
The shirt.
Oh, don't mention the Captain Crunch shirt.
I said I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
And I told you I bought that just for you.
I'm not going to say it. I can't. My mouth can't say that name.
Well, except when you're on the mic and you're yelling at people.
No, I just tell them to shut up. I don't tell them.
Oh, that too, yeah.
I can't say that name because the damn cereal cut my mouth up so bad. That has to be. Sorry, General Mills or whoever makes that stuff. That has to be the hardest gum upper palate cutting
no.
cereal in the world.
I've been eating that since I was many times I was a kid. That's one of my favorite cereals.
Now, what's not too bad is the Puffs. They're good, but man, the original Captain Crunch.
Well, you let them soak in milk for a little bit, soften up, and then they're good.
That will rip your mouth up.
Yeah, eat them straight out of the box. I could see that, but you know.
I tell you, I put them in milk, and it's still a rough cereal. But
Eating much cereal in your life? You need someone to teach you?
no, seeing as I don't like the name, I certainly don't eat that cereal much.
Well, maybe that's the Captain Crunch's way of getting back at you. That's his revenge.
Might be. I know some years back, a friend of mine, I don't think she does anymore. I won't mention any names, but she worked for whoever handles Captain Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I said it.
See, I told you you could say it. I told you.
Shit.
I told you.
Damn it. We can bleep that out.
No, that's staying in.
And I told her what how it was incorporated into my character, and I said, "You think that if I contact the company, I could get they help me out somehow?" And she goes, "No, I think you could probably get a cease and desist order."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And I'm like, "You think I really could?" Oh man, I'd love to. I'd blow that sucker up and carry that out there with me and say, "Look,
work it into your character."
I think it's General Mills. I don't. Probably bought by some conglomerate now, but
yeah.
I'd walk out there and say, "Hey, look, General Mills says I can't say this name, but you can."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I don't think she works for him anymore. But
that would have been a crowning achievement. That would have been something so proud of.
Oh yeah. Well, when I got who I wouldn't fool around with is I came up with the thing that Captain Decapitate is the rated R superstar.
Yeah.
And I asked people in the business if they thought that was okay, because I don't want to fart around with the WWE.
Right.
They'll go after you, and they got the money. General Mills, they're just piddlings, but WWE could hurt.
Piddlings.
WWE could hurt you.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm glad you have fun at the wrestling shows.
I do. It's a blast. And I try to make all your shows, and I know you got one coming up at the end of the month, right?
23rd, I think.
Yeah, near the end of the month. So that's just a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, at Vantage Hall in Boonesboro.
Yeah.
I think Tony Atlas is going to be there.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I'm planning on being there. I remember watching him wrestle.
Yeah, Tony's wild. I met him on when I was shooting Wrestle Massacre. He was one of the former stars that we had in the movie. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I heard he's a really nice guy. I've heard some people talk.
Yeah.
And then when I used to get the wrestling magazines way back when, and they would do interviews with different, and he was one of the ones that they did interviews with. He seemed like he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy. And then a couple weekends ago, I got to meet Gangrel at the Comic-Con here in Hagerstown.
Yeah,
that was a fun show to do. Long for me, coming off my illness, but I made it through.
Yeah, I was up there and got to see you and everybody,
you were there
and Russell, and got to see a lot of other people.
It seemed like everybody I knew was there on Saturday. Nobody I knew showed up on Sunday. And Sunday was good. Sunday was about, I'd say, the same amount of people as on Saturday. And
well, that's good, because usually Sundays are slower, but
I like Sundays better, but because they are a little slower. But Saturday wasn't the best turnout I've seen. It was.
Well, I heard there was another event somewhere.
Yeah, there was something else. I forget what else was going on, but something close. And you have that, I mean, they have to, with their planning and all. They already put dates out for next year.
Yeah, they did.
They're kind of obligated to those dates, and somebody puts something up against it. You just got to go. You Just
got
gotta
to
go
roll
with
it and make
But they always
do the
have a
best you
good.
can.
They always have a good shout out to the organizers of Fourth State Comic Con. Always a fun show.
Oh, it is.
Well organized.
So I went
just
there
a-
3
just a
years
fun
ago.
show.
That's when I met everybody, and I've been there every year since.
There you go. There you go.
Been very loyal.
Yeah, Jeff is exactly right. If you're in the local, or no matter where you're at, wherever you're looking at, there has to be some local independent movies being made in your area. Just go out and hang out. If there's cons in your area, even small cons. I'm doing a smaller one-day con up in Quakertown, PA on the 17th. It's called Bones Bazaar.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bones did the movie
Crickfoot.
Crickfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious movie. Y'all have got to check it out.
Funny movie.
And I would love to work with him sometime.
I know Russell
He
and
is
I
so
were
good.
Russell and I were planned on being in that movie, and then it got that weekend
Actually,
got
it was
canceled
all actually
for a
not,
reason.
yeah, because of weather. Me, you,
Yeah.
and Russell, we were supposed to film in December, but it rained because it's an outside scene. Imagine that. And then they postponed it and okay, we're going to do it in January. And then it snowed 6 inches.
Yeah,
Go
we
figure.
were
But then
in,
we couldn't do it because Bone had to get it all done. So I
Yeah.
could have been working with you again and Russell and maybe
Hey, Russell,
the
we
scene that
dodged
we
that
were going to
bullet.
do can be in a future one with him or something else. Because I read the script and you
Yeah,
know, I part of
when
the
I-
script and it was hilarious.
When I went to see it, I was like, "Damn, miss being in that one." But he'll
Same
do-
here. I tell
he'll-
my
he'll
friends
do
that,
other ones.
and tell my dad and his wife. They said when I went to that premiere, it's like I was so close to being, and it was just laughter the whole way
it
through.
was
it was
funny.
amazing.
It was funny the whole way through.
Yes.
And I've seen movies with that type of I don't know, genre or
Yeah.
interview type thing, and they just fall flat. They just don't make it. That one was funny the whole way through.
And there was so much talent. You know, everyone just did their own little skits.
Yeah.
And they were all amazing.
It was.
And we'll say, you know,
It was
like
funny.
with dirt track racing, run what you brung.
Yep.
This is like work with what you got, and the talent is so amazing, and the movie was fantastic.
Yeah, I got to
absolutely
work
loved
with
it.
Bones on
Palindrome.
Palindrome. It was a short. It was shown a couple of months ago at the Short Festival.
Yeah,
in Waynesboro.
yeah, I was there. The
Yeah.
mini movie
Yeah.
film festival.
And that was fun. We had no idea. Well, it didn't turn out the way it was shot to be done, but because of some sound problems, it actually turned out to be almost a black and white, an old time movie. With the showing the
I think it just gave a character.
showing the word. Yeah.
It-
Oh yeah.
it
I
gave
thought
a
it was.
character.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It'd be. I don't know. I've thought about that. It'd be kind of cool to shoot a whole movie like that, but that might get a little old. Having to read everything. A 10-minute short. That's one thing. But sitting there for an hour or so and you got to read everything and no noise. That might get a little. That might
That'd
get
be
a little,
something different.
Well, it would,
You
but I
know.
don't know.
Music. It had music.
Yeah, you can have music, but not having any. What you need to do is only have one character talk.
Yeah.
Just have one character that you can hear, and the rest of them are.
Or a narrator.
Yeah, narrator. There you go, a narrator as well. Yeah, we'll have to work on that because that. I like that.
I think with your voice, you would make a good
in the
narrator.
Serpia, nah.
I do. Don't
Nah.
you think? I
No.
think you make a good
No,
narrator.
what do y'all think?
Yeah, what do y'all think?
They're shaking
Yeah.
their head
I think they're saying yes.
No.
Put them in the comments.
No.
And while you're in there, see that subscribe button? Make sure you hit the
no.
subscribe
Yeah, hit
button.
that subscribe button.
Tell your friends, family, co-workers.
Hit the little.
Go to his site.
Hit the little.
The little thumbs up and the subscribe
And
button.
the little, I hear everybody do this. I don't know where it's at, and I've never done it. But hit the notification button so you get another ding on your damn phone every time one of these show up. just what you want to do. Have another ding on your phone,
right?
Like
Yeah.
in the middle. Of course, then again, when this comes on at 5:36 a.m. on Wednesday mornings,
Yeah, early mornings.
we'll wake people up. They'll be asleep, and 5:36, ding.
Yeah. But then they'll see it's you, like, oh, they'll be happy to watch.
Not sure
Don't be
about-
late for work.
I'm not sure about being happy being woke up at
But hit that subscribe button.
5:36 a.m. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, and that way I don't have to go and post on this podcast and put all that crap at the top of everything. Just subscribe. That's what I need to do. I have a note here. Every 5 minutes, say, be sure to subscribe.
Oh yeah, like a little scrolling thing. Hit
No,
subscribe.
just here to remind me. Write it on my hand.
Or
Oh
just
yeah,
hold
by
up.
the way, don't forget to subscribe. Did we say it 3 times there?
At least.
Twice. Remember to subscribe, hit the little notification button, and leave a comment.
Yeah,
I don't care if
leave
the
comments.
comment's good. I don't care if the comment's bad. Just leave a comment.
Yeah.
Let Jeff know what you thought of his podcast today.
Yeah, my first time with him, and I think it's going great. And I'm honored to be here. As I said before,
keep
I've been
going.
looking forward to
Earn
it.
your money. Earn your money.
With the 4-time award-winning actor.
You're getting it. You're getting it. You might even get a bonus. You might even get a bonus. You'll get enough money to go buy a Starbucks coffee.
You were asking me what I was doing. I was actually waiting. You know, Amanda, Shannon, and Russell knows, but I also want to save it for this podcast. I'm actually going to write a short.
There you
which
go.
y'all know about.
There you go.
And I've been slowly going, and the people I've talked to about it, like the ones they said it's different.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much about it, but it's sci-fi-ish, you know.
Cool.
And
Cool.
you know, so I just want to save that announcement for your podcast.
Have fun writing. You know, I've had so many ideas and get into writing it, and it ain't easy.
I'm aware of that.
It ain't easy.
Because I remember taking creative writing when I was in college, and it's a lot of work, a lot of rules to follow.
Well, just creative writing, but when you start trying to write a script,
right? Yeah, I know it's a whole different ball game.
That's a whole.
And
different...
I'm already hearing, because like from Shannon and Amanda, they were telling me it's different, and then they just told me just write the story and then send it to somebody to make a screenplay out of it.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. Because
And then
people
I
would
know they said Todd Martin, who's written so many great things, including Sibylla. You know, I would be honored to have
the
him
biggest
write a
thing with
screenplay.
screenplays is just knowing the format.
Right.
You know, once you know the format, they just go in there and put it in. If you don't know the format, you're kind of like every step you do, you got to think, is that, or does that indent that far, or is that you know, or
So that's what they call the rewrites and everything. And
yeah.
I've heard so many stories, especially since getting involved in the industry. You know, just doing research and reading books and watching DVDs, watch all the background stuff, you know, the special features, and they talk about, you know, rewrote this and added this and deleted that, and you know, it's like, and then they get a final product. It's not like you sit down, boom, it's done. It's way more complicated than that. It's a lot of work, but you know, a lot of amazing storytellers out there.
Script writing is included in the 4th semester of the J.L. Green Acting Academy.
Okay.
So you only have to spend $60,000 to get into that, and then you'll be fully trained.
Okay. All right.
Fully trained. We even give you a little floppy disk.
I remember them.
Little floppy disk with the thing on it. So you got to buy an old computer to use it, but you just stick it in and it's formatted. You just go in and type everything in. But that's included for free. If you want to,
so I'm actually getting something for free.
Yeah, if you want the actual disc, that's another $5,000.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
there's the catch.
Yeah, there's the catch. But it's a gold-plated disc, and you get it in its own little folder and everything, and my picture on the front.
Okay.
So, but Yeah, so that's in the third semester of the
JLG Academy.
Yeah, Acting Academy.
Acting Academy.
I hold it in the basement of my basement.
The basement of your basement.
Yeah, yeah. Don't have to worry about any distractions there because it has no windows. No windows. And
much like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, when we teach how to die on screen, we teach how to die on screen. You know, it's a hands-on thing. But that's in the 5th semester.
Okay.
Now, actually, that's in the 8th semester because after you paid all your money, that's the final class. Is how to die on screen.
And never heard from again.
Yeah.
If things go wrong.
But you know, on your casket it'll have, you know, graduate of J.L. Green Acting Academy.
Yeah.
Hey, coming up with ideas all over the place. Well, anything else you want to put out there?
Not that I could think of right offhand. Just hit the subscribe button.
Oh yeah,
Followers.
subscribe. Subscribe.
And look forward to working with you and Russell and everyone else, and you know, meeting more directors and opportunities, and
Yep.
hopefully, if my story that I want to write gain some legs, maybe we can talk about it again on your podcast in the future. You know, which of course I would love. I already said I would love to have you in it, and Russell and everyone. Yeah.
Am I going to play you in the movie?
No, I'm going to play myself.
Oh, okay.
You know.
That's not right.
But I was thinking
That's
about
not
having
right.
you as an uncle.
Uncle. The strange uncle next door.
Yeah.
Right up my
Yeah,
right up
right
my alley.
Right there.
Right up my alley.
You know.
Yeah. Well, probably, Jeff, by the time you write it and it gets rewritten and then rewritten again and then figured out and gets cast, I might be in a walker.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Or maybe one of those electric scooters, you know.
Hey, I'm getting good at those.
Are you?
Yeah, I use them every time. I make sure, even though I can kind of pretty much walk without a cane now. A cane helps, but I try to walk without it. Every time I go into Lowe's or any place like that, I take my cane with me so I can scoot around on the little scooters in there. I feel bad if I didn't have my cane with me, you know, because I look pretty healthy. But if the cane's in the basket, nobody questions anything. I just ride around. Sometimes I just do it something to do in the afternoon.
Just go for a stroll.
Yeah, go through every aisle. Doc says that doesn't count as walking, but I'm covering distance, so I think it's kind of the same thing. Kind of, sort of.
Well, you got to put one foot in front of the other.
No, I'm working my feet like this as I'm going around, so it's kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. Okay, well, thanks for being on, Jeff. I know you've been bugging me for like 2 years now to get on, and I'm kind of like, I kind of told Russell, I said, I got to do it. Jeez, I got to do it. No, but I appreciate it.
It means a lot to me, really, and I'm so happy that we could do this. I'm glad your health's getting better, and you had a couple bumps in the road.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
You're a trooper, you know.
Oh, I don't know about that. You don't have much choice in the matter. You know, you just got to keep going. So
tough man right here, I'm telling you.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that. But thank you, Jeff. Thank you for joining in. We'll see you next Wednesday morning at 5:36 a.m. Not sure who the guest is going to be yet. I always like to keep people kind of surprised, and that's it. You know, especially getting right back into it. I'm hoping I can get back into it and have a fresh show for you every Wednesday morning, but doesn't sound like a big obligation, but sometimes a week goes by and you're like, it's Tuesday night and you're like, oh man. So I'm gonna try and be here every Wednesday morning for you, but if I miss a week, I'll have something in there for you. Thanks for joining, and remember to
subscribe.
What are they supposed to do, Russell?
Subscribe. Hit the
notification
bell. Comment.
Leave a comment.
And comments.
So it's only 3 things you've got to do. 3 things you've got to do before next Wednesday morning. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and comment. I'm not asking a whole lot.
Nah.
Just do it. Just do it.
Hell, I'm even I'm a subscriber, so you know.
So am I.
Well, he better be. He better be. That's part of employment, is being a subscriber. See you all next Wednesday.
Bye.